This video is presented by newwoodworker.com. I know this might be kind of scary to think about, but I just may know more than many of you about these tapes. Watch the rest of this video and we can fix that. There's probably a lot of you out there that know about the 1-foot marks, the 16-inch on center marks, and even the 24-inch on center marks. But a whole lot of you keep asking about these little diamonds. And really, all of them do the same thing, only in different ways. And while all modern measuring tapes will have all of these markings, some of them use a little different format. This is my favorite measuring tape. It's got all the standard markings, but if you notice, the bottom scale is exactly twice of the top scale. Let's say we have a board that measures 20 inches wide on a top scale. We look on a bottom scale and find 20 inches there, and that tells us exactly where the center is. Even I can figure out round numbers like this, but it's when you run into fractions or odd measurements that bottom scale really comes in handy. On this tape, the red box surrounds the number every 16 inches. This is the most common separation for studs in most home-type projects. Lay this tape on the sill plate and you can go down the entire wall making marks for the center of each stud. The 24-inch markers can be used for stud separations on smaller buildings like garden sheds. That type of building has a very low weight load on the studs. And then there's the black diamond markers that are actually in between the 24 and 16-inch marks. Where snow loading is a concern, the black diamonds allow you to space 5 rafters beneath each 8-foot sheet of plywood. To give you a better visual idea of what these markings do, we're going to lay out the studs on an 8-foot wall, and we'll start with the 16-inch on centers. 16-inch centers is by far the most common stud arrangement. This stud spacing can carry considerable loads and is most frequently required by building codes. And with the 16-inch centers, we wind up with 7 studs in an 8-foot long wall. Next, I'll place a block by each of the black diamonds within that same 8-foot space. As we'll see in a minute, this allows us to put an extra rafter under each 8-foot sheet of plywood. I know this doesn't seem like much, but when you shorten up that span under snow loads, it can be very important. And lastly, we'll lay out another wall on 24-inch centers, which is the weakest of the 3. And with this spacing, we save another stud for every 8 feet of wall. Here again, we're not saving a whole lot of money, and most building codes don't allow this spacing. It's most commonly used in sheds where we're not buying a whole lot of studs to start with. And there you go. That's what all those marks on the tape measures are all about. And now when it comes to tape measures, you know as much as I do. And I'm trying to catch up on everything else.